Hey, Brad, last time we spoke, you were heading over and ended up in a battle, another battle.
Yeah. Yeah, it was, at the end, I didn't think it was going to go that way. I thought it would be a little more, clinical and a little less of a war, but Drew was just durable, and like he caught me early on, and that sort of put me into like overdrive mode to go to work. So I went in there and tried to outpoint him and outwork him. So usually when that's my mentality in a fight, they end up in quite the war, And I fought a lot of people in my time, but he was definitely one of the toughest ones. Like him and Jamie are about on par at the moment. And Drew's very dense, very heavy, and very strong too. Yeah.
Yeah, when he did catch you in that first round, my heart sank. Did you go out? What was it?
Nah.
You made a grab for him immediately.
Yeah, so he starched me on the chin. I was like a little bit relaxed, and I just stayed in the middle too long, and that straight left came down the middle, and it hit me early. He hit quite hard. He definitely wasn't the hardest hitter I've ever fought. He just hit me with a beautiful one right on the chin, and it made my head get a little dizzy. And it's weird because sometimes when you get rocked, your head can have the biggest effect and you can't really see and stuff like that. Sometimes just your legs go out for a second and you're still fine in your head, and sometimes it's both. My one, it was mainly my legs. So he hit me on the chin and I got like a little wobbly, but then my head, I could see again, fine, but my legs went. And so the best thing for me to do at that time was shoot. Because obviously, there's no point in standing there trying to be all macho and get knocked out. So I shot in, went for the double, and managed to recompose myself. And from there on, it was that shit woke me up. Yeah.
You hit him with some really good shots.
Yep.
Has he got as hard a head as anybody you've fought before?
Yeah, extremely hard head, and very, very durable. It was. If anything, it was the most damage was happening to his body earlier on. Like each time I hit him in the body, it was I could hear him, feel those shots. You guys can't really hear it, but in there you can hear the and you can see their body language change a little bit. So his body was definitely a little weaker than his chin, because man, I put some shit on his chin and he just seemed to be okay until later in the fight when he got a little bit tired. I caught him and he was a bit wobbly then, but yeah, that was the end of the fight. So. Yeah, I managed to get him back for getting me at the start.
Yeah. At home, I'm thinking, Brad's got the 50, Brad's got the 50, and every fight that comes after that. How important is that starting your career and get a bonus here?
Yeah, I mean, if everyone knows in the world, it's not like I'm saying something that people don't know, that the UFC don't pay people that well. They don't pay their fighters that much, considering the hell we sometimes go through, and so to get the bonus is great because it bumps your purse up and makes it a little more worth that while. It's all good being in the UFC and having all that glory and being able to say you're a UFC fighter, but you want to make money. It's been like 15 years of fighting for me now, and so I want to get paid for that, and I'm fighting these people that are beasts. I'm just fighting, in my opinion, versions of myself. And yeah, I feel like we all deserve millions of dollars for this shit, because if it was easy, everyone would be doing it, and they're not. It's just a handful of us. So yeah.
Let's talk about fighting. Where are your sights set now?
I was trying to fight Gregor in New York on November the 7th. There's one at Madison Square Garden, so that would be a huge dream of mine to fight in New York at Madison Square. Get to go back there. My wife, I'll take her because that's like one of her hometowns, so that'll be cool for her to show me around and to fight like the hometown guy. I love that pressure, I love that intensity of everyone just cheering against you. That's cool, and so I'm still trying to get that. I'm not sure what Gregor's doing, whether it's him or whether it's someone else. I don't really care. What I was saying to you earlier was when you get to the rankings, it's actually quite hard to get a fight. There's not a lot of people above you. They're quite picky as well, and some of them are quite hesitant. And the only guy that seems to be wanting fights at the moment is Islam and Dan, and I'm not fighting Dan, obviously. And Islam won't fight me because I'm too far back in the rankings, which makes perfect sense for him. He wants the belt, so do I. So yeah, man, I could end up fighting someone behind me. Who knows? But I'm just game to fight someone. Yeah.
A lot of people heard you come out to a different walkout song.
Oh, yep.
And but they don't know how disrupted the lead up was. You know, the hope
Yep.
after the oh, I'm not going to call it an accident. After the injury, and you know, then the despair, and then the tragedy and the grief. You went through everything that fortnight.
Yeah, it wasn't an ideal camp. Everything was fine up until the 2 weeks out. That 2 week Sunday out. Yeah, it was a lot of time at the hospital, a lot of interrupted trainings, a lot of sitting at the hospital after late night trainings. You know, just hoping and in case Fal woke up. But yeah, it was a rough 2 weeks, and the walkout song was Fal's walkout song, which is from his dad's village in Tonga. So yeah, I thought I'd walk out to that because Fal he always walked out to that. You know, his mentality. I remember he said that, you know, all the Mexican fighters always walk out to Mexican music, even if they're living in America or something like that. So he was like, I should walk out to Tongan music, and so I thought that was pretty cool. So yeah, John said I could walk out to that, so I walked out to that because unfortunately Fal won't get to walk out to that. So yeah, that was the reasoning behind that one.
Yeah, and a big tribute to
it was cool.
to the world.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah. Okay, Brad. Well, keep us in touch and up to date with like everything's happening, and yeah, we've man.
End up in another war probably.
Yeah. Yeah. It was an amazing fight.
Cheers.
Hey, thanks for the other night.
Nah, all good, yeah.
Oh, mate.
Lighting crew. Brad's lighting crew.
Unbelievable. 16 is up in the air.
Crazy. That was crazy.
Yeah, I've changed. I've got a new plan now.
Yeah, man.
Oh, freaking hell.
I was up there, I was like, man, this is risky. I was like hanging on, and that light was heavy. I was like, oh shit, I was going that way.
Oh,
and then John on the frame as well, it was starting to move. I was like, oh, get off. Crazy, eh?
Oh.
That's alright, we got it done.
Oh, thanks for that, man.
I'll see you later, yeah?
Yeah.